Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen update. We're going to take a quick look at where we are with Alpha 3.0 and then go on to some ship updates, including the updated Mustang. So the burn down, there was a lot of behind the scenes work beyond the current focus for Alpha 3.0. At the moment it's shopping features that they're currently working on, and they've got 15 must fix issues left with that particular game loop. More importantly, the other feature sets, missions, ships and vehicles, traversal, mobiGlas, as well as performance and stability have all received a lot of work closing down large amounts of other issues, checking in 529 updates to the Alpha 3.0 branch. The schedule report this week will now show off all remaining issues that require focus that will then allow 3.0 to go to PTU, and we'll cover that tomorrow in the news, along with anything else that we've missed or that gets updated. Some other 3.0 updates though, outpost numbers in 3.0 will be static to start with. There's not going to be any generated for missions particularly or anything like that. They have static numbers, they've already been placed effectively. The Sabre Raven will be flyable in 3.0, and we'll talk some more about the Sabre Raven in a second. And the My Radar app, which allows you to currently now explore the moons of 3.0 Sullen, Yella and Daymar is live and active, so check that out, links below to that. I think some people will find that very interesting. The new Mustang. In the CitizenCon brochure, we saw some updates to the Mustang, but also on Spectrum they talked a bit more about it, and there have been some updates on the ship matrix as well. There is going to be actual landing gear added too, no more wing landings. On the concept picture that we can see here, there is no landing gear, but they will add it. I really think that the Mustangs have become a better choice in starter ships when compared to the Aurora. That is my own personal opinion, but I just think it can kind of do everything that the Aurora could do. Maybe not as tanky, but it's going to have speed, it's going to have quite a lot of firepower from the very, very basic starter package anyway. The ship description now reads, inspired by Consolidated Outland CEO's cutting-edge vision, the Mustang Alpha is a sleek, stylish spacecraft that uses ultralight alloys to push power ratios to the limits, albeit sometimes unsafely. And now with the optional cargo carrier, you can have the Alpha's advantages without sacrificing carrying capacity. So that's pretty cool. The ship has 4 size 1 weapons as standard, 2 of which are now on its nose turret, which is now defined as a turret rather than a gimbal. It also comes with the store all cargo container, which can be optionally removed for some other module, but we don't know about what other modules that will be movable for, but that gives you 6 SCU of cargo space there. There is going to be just 1 entry point into the Mustangs now too, no more awkward crouching to get in. The Starfarers had some more info given to them as well. The Gemini has just as many fuel pods as the Starfarer, and the internal cargo is the same between the Gemini and the base model as well. Cargo space is unrelated to how much fuel the Starfarer and Gemini can hold, and the specifics of all of that will come later when they detail the refueling mechanics. Expect things to change and evolve on the ship matrix though over Star Citizen's development, especially in the short term, and with concept ships more so. So ships that are already flyable, yeah, they're going to get balanced and that sort of jazz. The Gladius, for example, does have a load of large weapons now. On the Gladius's nose, it's got a size 2 gimbaled weapon, so technically a size 3 hardpoint, but on its wings now it has 2 size 3 weapons fixed. So it's a hell of a craft now. That Gladius really coming into its own as quite a powerful light fighter, and obviously this is going to be used a lot in Squadron 42 and that sort of stuff, but it's made it very, very competitive. With all the other ships changing around as well, we'll have to have a look at these in a lot more detail starting next week with the expanded ship buyers flyers guide that I'll be doing, looking at all these different changes. But there's also some stuff that may be little mistakes, and in regarding to mistakes on the ship matrix, they are continuing to update the matrix data set as CIG's ship stats team read comments and double check the data. The matrix data comes entirely from a CIG design database and is automatically loaded up through a series of programs in a data model for displays on the matrix, and then links to store items, variant comparison tools. This tool chain can obviously also update the stats from the source and the new revisions. Once loaded, editing tools allow them to modify or add to specifications for each ship. For example, HoloViewer models, points of interest, hardpoints, etc. This is where more information is added to correlate the stats. At this time, the CIG and design source database cannot model every aspect of the ships and components. That's not how the design teams approach the work. And so a certain number of component specifications must be added after the fact from other sources. A ship vehicle spec sheet is versioned and tracked in a publication flow for release in the live matrix for handling cases or redesign of an entire ship, for example. So yeah, we'll be looking at all of that data, all those changes and updates and every individual like ship group, ship and all that sort of stuff in a series starting next week. Sabre Raven. So just as a warning to players wanting a Sabre Raven, it appears the ship is exclusive to those Intel 900p Optane drives, so buying one of those drives is one of the only ways to get the ship. Other players in-game also could technically sell the ship to you. You could steal one, or you could get one from the grey market on StarCitizen_trades on Reddit. The ship, however, only comes with 2 months insurance, and I'm not a fan of exclusive ships, although it's sort of attainable in the verse via another player or capturing. I do, however, feel that all these kind of ships that are the first time they ever go on sale or appear in the game should come with lifetime insurance at the very least. And I believe some outlets reported it did before the drives went on sale as well, which is a little bit annoying and misleading. So I will push in a juxtaposed manner for no more exclusive ships where possible, but also lifetime insurance on the ones that there are. As a counterpoint to this, if the price to pay for getting Intel's support with events and hardware is to occasionally make an exclusive ship, it is a price that I am gladly going to pay. The CitizenCon event was amazing, and I'm assuming that's part and tow with Intel. Intel seem to be one of the best partners you could possibly have for kind of that high-spec game. They are going to make a golden age of Star Citizen. My Optane drive should arrive by this weekend as well, so we'll have a hands-on with that, talk about the Sabre, talk about the drive, and is it worth buying? We're going to be looking at it in real terms. Is it going to be worth getting one of these drives in a game that doesn't have loading screens? Is the data transfer going to give you benefits, improvements? Is it a great long-term investment? Are they going to drop down in price before Star Citizen's release? Is it because the first generation of this technology, effectively, is it worth waiting to get like the second gen of these drives when they come out? For RSI subscribers as well, this month's free flyable ships are the Starfarer and M50. That's throughout November. On November 10th, the Subflare goes out as well to RSI subscribers. It's a schematic of the Polaris and Razor this time. We will be having a large anniversary live stream from CIG in November at some time. This is normally when they have the big sale of the year, so expect ships like the Idris and the Javelin to go on sale in limited numbers. Probably, almost certainly, some form of concept sale will go out. We're still awaiting a new Tumbrel vehicle, possibly tracked, possibly something pretty cool, but there's other potential concept sales that could go out as well. But you'll see lots of the other limited ships will come back into on sale as well, so stuff like the Claimer and that sort of thing. And for a lot of these ships, it might be the last time you're going to be able to buy them before they go up in price. All the ships that are coming out with 3.0 are likely to see a price increase as they have had some reworks, or basically because they're becoming flyable now anyway. So expect the Cutlass Black to possibly go up in price, as well as the Constellation Aquila, the Urza Rover, the Nox, the Dragonfly, the Prospector, and it's quite possible that we'll still see them at those cheaper prices this sale before they go up. But we have to wait and see though. Anyway, every month we give away a ship. For November, it's a Pioneer, that massive base building ship donated by our featured organisation, Matadors. Links below if you're looking to join an outlaw group that's going to be active in 3.0. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my Star Citizen content during November to be in for a chance of winning that ship. Any questions about Alpha 3.0, about the news, about Star Citizen's development in general, or anything else you want to appear on, like FAQs or comments or feedback, chuck them in the comments below. A special thank you to my Patreons for allowing me to create the amount of content I do. Thank you very much. You're starting to get stuff as well now, Patreons. More things, not just pictures of my cats, but it helps with the recruits and referrals and that sort of stuff. So it's a way that I can say thank you back to you. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, then check out the links below as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me. And I will see you in the verse.